I'm stocking up because it's my last day in the United States as I set sail 15 hours solo over to the Bahamas. It was a 15-hour overnight sail in great conditions, and I was sailing most of the way. I really couldn't ask for a better crossing, and I made it to Walker's Key. I had the place pretty much all to myself until a fishing tournament showed up. I was planning on getting underway about sunset, and I had a lot of last-minute items to pick up before getting underway. A nice day out here today. Light winds. Should be turning around out of the west here. I think it's out of the slightly out of the north right now, but it's gonna be turning around out of the west here in a little bit. And I'm gonna cross over to the Bahamas. Unfortunately, Mackenzie is sick, and so she's not flying down today. She's got kind of some stomach bug. She's got a fever and not holding stuff down. So unfortunately, the weather window after this is not for another week. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna wait for slack tide tonight at about 5:30 p.m. and get off the dock. And it's about 15 hours over to Walker's Key, about 100 miles. So I'll do an overnight sail, get there in the morning tomorrow. But today I've already gone to the grocery store and I got, 5-6 cases of beer, a bunch of wine and all that stuff. So I'm gonna load all that stuff up because, it's number one, it's harder to get beer in the Bahamas. Well, it's not hard, it's just, it's a lot more expensive, number one, and it's just only the same like 2 beers that I will drink, but I'm not a big fan of, but they're okay. But anyway, gotta load all this beer up.
Yeah, I could use a dream or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. Cause after all the partying and smashing and crashing and all the glitz and the
I've got a lot of beer and wine. One thing I did, so it does have a separate fridge and a freezer here. So this is the refrigerator and this is the freezer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this the beverage fridge. So I'm gonna turn the temperature up to just above freezing and put the beer and all that and sodas and waters and all that stuff in there, because I bought this other little portable freezer and I'm gonna put all the frozen stuff in there. Just a little bit easier to do. Freezer doesn't really get very cold anyway. Like, if something's already frozen, it'll keep it frozen, but it's not really freezing stuff. So I'm just gonna make this the beer fridge. See, this was a full bag of ice and now it's like slowly melting. But that's been there for weeks. So it's probably right at freezing. I might even just keep it the same temperature and monitor it to make sure my drinks don't freeze. And the beer won't freeze, neither will the wine, but the spindrifts and stuff might. So I might keep those towards the top. Like these frozen patties are not frozen anymore.
In all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you're staring at that phone in your lap and you hoping but them people never call you back. But that's just how the story.
I was behind running all my errands for the day, so I didn't film myself getting off the dock at slack tide.
Unraveling the sand, what would you wish for if you had one chance?
Well, I didn't have time to film it. I was scrambling to get off the dock. It took me about an hour longer to return the rental car than I was planning. I wanted to catch high tide, or slack tide would be low tide actually. Just a few minutes late, so tide's just now coming in. So, but yeah, on my way out to the Bahamas, single-handed, we're just me and the pups. Gonna do okay, I think. No problem. Should be really good conditions all the way there. Man, it's so much crap to do today. I had to go grocery shopping, then I had to, go to Costco and return the rental car, go to West Marine and go to the pet food store and all that stuff. So had a lot of crap to do today. Got it all done, but late start. Not too bad though. Really leaving at 6:15 at night, so the sunset's about 15 minutes. And so I wanted to get out of the channel before dark and on my way.
Right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I can really use a wish.
So that's Manatee Island, where we had the patron and Sailing Doodles Navy meet up. We had about a dozen or so people show up, so pretty fun. We'll do more of those with our patrons and stuff. So we're gonna be in the Bahamas for 3 months, but then we'll be back in the States to do more of them. So if you would like to come to the next one, join up at the Sailing Doodles Navy. Link down below. Then you got the Square Grouper over here, nice little place, not very dog friendly though, so didn't bring the dogs there.
Wish right now, wish right now. Yeah, somebody take me back to the days before this was a job.
All right, Bahamas, here we come, boys. You guys ready? Hi, Pa. No? Okay, I gotta teach him that. I put down the enclosure to help keep the dogs inside so I didn't have to pay quite as much attention because I don't have the lifeline netting installed yet.
Right now, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like
The wind was pretty calm as I motored east into the night.
Wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. I could really use a wish right now.
It's pretty miserable out here. I mean, it's not coming across on camera, I'm sure, but it's really rolly out here. There's not much wind, but I don't know how. There's no moon, so I can't really see the water out there. But there's some kind of big swell just rolling down from the north. I mean, I don't know. The swell and the wind is not matching up, and it just makes it really miserable. Just rolly. The wind is shifted a little bit more out of the north just as we exited the Gulf Stream, which is perfect. So I am going to put out a sail. It's only like 15 knots, so I'm just going to put the head sail out. Probably slow down to like 4.5, 5 knots, but we don't want to get there too early anyway, and it'll be nice just to sail, be nice and quiet. I'll have to make some adjustments to the enclosure because currently I have to go outside the enclosure to adjust the sails. And that's not real convenient, especially in rough or inclement weather. It was nice to be able to turn the motor off. Alright, we're doing 5 knots now, but whatever, it's nice and quiet. Cool. So we're doing almost 6 knots on 16 knots of breeze, and we just have just the Genoa out, so pretty nice. I mean, honestly, what I would rather do right now is put out the mizzen sail at the same time, and we'd be doing probably 6.5, close to 7 knots. But I mean, it's not worth that doing that. Cruising right along 6 knots, I'll take that. The wind picked up to 20 and I was doing 8 knots on just the head sail. Well, the sun's just now starting to, well, it's not peeking up yet. It's like cold gray light of dawn, as they say. And yeah, the wind has picked up to around 20 knots, so we're cruising right along at 8 with just the Genoa out. This boat has so much sail that you really, I mean, I've only had full sails up a handful of times, with the main, the mizzen, and the Genoa all the way out for all those. I mean, only when it's like maybe 10 or 11 knots or less do I put all the sails out, just because it's just, I mean, at 20 knots, we only have just the Genoa and we're already doing 8 knots. I mean, so there's no need for the other sails. So, we got about 27, 28 miles to go. So, 4 hours or so, maybe a little less at this speed. Bit rolly out here today, but not too bad. Only have a couple hours to go. Sailing straight into the sun. Yeah, it's blowing 20, so you got 3 to 5 foot seas out here, so a little rolly. But we're going downwind, so it's not too bad. Occasionally you get a little roll like right now. The dinghy was doing really well on the mounts I made for it on the deck, and I'm glad I did. It'd be swinging around on the back pretty bad right now.
No, just when I want to, so golden and opportune. He will. Tulips the color of honey today. Bombs going boom, 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 boom. We see.
know if I was filming that or not. I hope it was, but anyway, just pulled in the sails. I really need to grease up these winches. They're really stiff. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. I hate these snaps are so hard to get off. Like, I can't even get the fucking snap out. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure something out because I need to be able to access my winches right here. And right now I'm gonna go outside and do everything. It's not ideal because, like, yeah. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Kind of exciting going to a place that I've never been before in the Bahamas. There's not too many places in the Bahamas I haven't been, so this is one of them. And I think they just redid all this marina, so we just bought it. Walker's Key. So far it seems kind of pricey if I'm fuel and dockage, so. So I'm just setting up for a starboard side tie, got everything set. So hopefully I get somebody there to help me with lines. The marina crew did help, and so did my dogs, Cougar and Merlin. They're friendly. They're my deckhands though, so. Walker's Key has a brand new marina with floating docks, which is quite rare in the Bahamas. It's a beautiful spot about 100 miles east of Fort Pierce. There's no restaurant or club yet, but they do have a big pavilion where they host lots of fishing tournaments. There's even a 2,800-foot runway that I've seen used quite a bit. There's lots of newly constructed foundations, so you can tell they have some kind of plan for the future expansion. It was kind of weird, though, having the whole place to myself. So there's a few boats here now. I mean, fishing boats. They're having some kind of fishing tournament here this weekend. I think they have them somewhat regularly here. Because, you know, for most of these boats, it's only 4 or 5 hours over here from Florida. You know, if they're doing 20 knots, no big deal for them. But, so they're having a fishing tournament. So I imagine most of these boats will be clearing out tomorrow. So I may just go see if I can crash the party for a little bit. Because I don't even know if they have restaurants here or anything. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to go crash the party and hang out. The fishing tournament officially ended at 4 p.m., so all the boats came in for happy hour with their catch. They were ready to measure them to see who won. It was a Wahoo Fishing Tournament. The boats with the bigger fish waited towards the end. That's a big Wahoo right there. That's 76 pounds. That's a big Wahoo. It was a big fish, but not everyone was finished weighing. The sun was setting and the drinks were flowing. There was only one more boat to weigh their fish. The trophies were ready to be passed out, and the grand prize was over $32,000. Oh, that's a big fish.
Let's see it. Look what we got. 82.6.
Wow.
We got 82.6.
Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you click that subscribe button to follow along as I continue to sail through the Bahamas. And if you're really enjoying the show, please consider joining the Sailing Doodles Navy. That really helps me to continue to improve the content I make for you guys, and you get early access to the videos.